We talked about my favorite female characters in Gensai. We talked about the best Gensai that is out there. Heck, we even went as far as to talk about the best studio. And now we're at another point. We're about to talk about Gensai again, but this time focusing on obviously the main lead character designers and artists that actually bring these characters into what they are, essentially, right? So that's basically what this is. Basically character designers. And is this also another excuse for me to talk about Front Innocent again, because I can't really get enough of this show and how it looks?
Well, duh.
But also at the same time, I do want to actually talk about the actual anime industry when it comes down to Gensai, because easily we can sit here all day talk about different Gensai artists all day and talk about them on Twitter, or just legacy artists that come through doing the crazy stuff that they did and help honestly build up what the online space really even is too. I can go all day talking about that. However, I don't hardly talk enough about the actual industry of where proper official animations get made. So why not give them a bit of that time and day for this sort of video as well? So that's basically what I want to do. So subscribe to the channel and hype up the video, because we're gonna basically go into some wild and ass nonsense. First of all, let's get it very much popping with Misery UK. I'm pretty sure many people should know who this is, obviously, and really any of these choices I pick on this list should be really obvious, because there's stuff I've been said before. But when it comes down to it though, obviously biggest thing that they did, ODOK Land. Like literally it is the damn Disney World amusement park where everybody's clapping cheeks. Basically you go there, just be like, hi, welcome to Disneyland, except we have dildo sticks and condoms, so go ahead, have fun. And essentially that's what this whole place is, right? Literally having whole ass concerts of just the most wettest material you have ever seen, and that's basically what the hell goes on in here, right? And obviously it's not the only work that they do. They've done Love Slave, and that's also a really good doujin. It's kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh! Except hot women, and literally they do whatever the hell they have to do just to basically win a damn Yu-Gi-Oh game, basically in the lewdest way possible. So there is that. Also, for those that may not necessarily know, there was also a moment in time where they worked with Hololive and also went out their way to draw Marine, and they kind of had to cut ties for certain reasons, but I'm going to assume those reasons because, you know, they kind of made some innocent debut art on Marine, which granted, who wouldn't want to? And at the very same time, yeah, that's basically how that kind of wrapped up and kind of was what it was. You know, Marine out here looking too damn fine. There ain't no damn way. You mean tell me I'm working on the team, and you mean tell me with my art, really my art ability, that I can't draw a hot version of Marine getting pile driver into the absolute ground in the best possible way? Ain't no damn way. So yeah, very much I understand. I get it, right? High key, if that was the case of what they're getting mad over, it's your fault for making the character look that damn good. Like, high key, it doesn't matter what type of character they draw or what type of style they go for. Essentially, they just know how to cook when it comes down to making characters look good. The shine effects and extra details, I promise you, can easily make and break pictures when it comes down to it, and a lot of times it very much helps with the extra details to make pictures look even more better. Like, because half the time, and I'll be real, if you don't add any extra details, you keep things flat, the picture can look like crap to you. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. So when it comes down to adding things like shine effects and lighting effects and stuff like that, oh, they can cook very well. And that's something I will probably say about literally every person on this list, because they are very damn good at what they do. Again, I wouldn't put them in the top best people in this sort of video for literally nothing. Next on this list we have is Teriyaki Murakami, and I have mixed feelings about said person. Because to keep it very much a stat, I love their work through and through. Like, they keep up with some amazing stuff, because you know why? They do Gold Bear's animation. They do work with Gold Bear a lot to do a lot of these crazy ass camera movements and all that sort of stuff when it comes down to it, and the super hyper ass scenes when it comes down to clapping cheeks. Like, I know a lot of people may not necessarily be a fan of that sort of material when it comes down to Gensai and how it looks, but for me, it was like a lot of the pinnacle peakness of Gensai for me. To keep it very much a stack, there's a reason why Zettai Junshu is, like, again, one of my favorite ones of all time, solely because it is that high quality, crazy ass camera, and it feels intense when it comes down to it. Where something like regular content just does not compare in that whole sort of way of things, right? And there's a lot of good, amazing, great content regarding, other Gentai that's out there. But at the very same time, you ain't getting nothing like Gold Bear's animation. That's why, honestly, it's hard for me to go watch any sort of Time and Asagi animation after the first one, because it's like, man, we're missing the crazy camera angles, we're missing the crazy flashing lights and all that sort of stuff. It was so dang good, and you mean to tell me I can't sit here and have that for the rest of the whole other versions of the series? It kind of sucks. It kind of blows. And when it comes down to it, I can't go back watching regular content unless it's like some absolute peak stuff when it comes down to it. It is just that dang good. My only problem with a lot of Murakami's work is easily the fact that a lot of the work that he does is incredibly messed up. Like, I think there was one where there was like about some nurses or maids or whatever, where that whole animation, if you know which one I'm talking about, that is utterly insane and has a lot of weird, wild and things that happen in there. And I'm like, yeah, I've seen this pink nurse before. I didn't know shit about her until I watched like a clip of the show that she's from, and then I'm like, oh, I really don't want to know anything about you anymore. Because she's weird.
What the hell? Oh my god, no way.
Pretty much anybody in that series is weird, and this is not just the only case, but this is across the career of that person. When it comes down to it, all the damn characters, for the most part, is effing weird. It just is. It just is. That's just the type of work that they like to do, I guess. And yeah, I'm not really gonna tune into a lot of the other wild and stuff like that. That's why I just like, watching Zentai over and over again, because that's the one I can maintain to watch. Now for this next one is a little weird because I don't really know who exactly did what when it comes down to it. The next one is Tatsumi and Fan Notori, and when it comes down to those, I don't really know who made the work, honestly, because Tatsumi is credited with a lot of character design, I suppose, and then essentially you have Fan Notori, who basically is like the original creator of a lot of different works, and they kind of work together in tandem at times. So I'm not really sure who does what to a degree. Like, does the original creator make the character designs, or do they at least start on what the character designs could look like, and then Tatsumi come through and do the actual magic and stuff? I don't know, so I'm just gonna put them both here when it comes down to it. But regardless though, if you've seen Dropouts, then you should already be immediately a fan if you love that damn animation, because it was really damn good. Same thing with Kalkuma, same thing with Philip Pure. And even if you watch something like, Peter Grill, which this was Tatsumi more so than anybody else doing the work, then yeah, you pretty much should understand the sauce that we have here, the level of talent that is absolutely here in our midst right now. Because to keep it very much a stack, yeah, I don't know about you, but them two damn ogre girls in Peter Grill, yeah, I fold. I'll 100% fold right then and there. Same way with the damn pig woman. Like, yeah, sure, I'll fold as well. There ain't no damn way. She's crazy, but at the same time, still, that's a folding sort of situation to be had here. So we have an amazing level of talent. And when it comes down to, the work of what they can actually do, easily, the art style is very much different in terms of the Gentai stuff that we usually would see. But it's just something about it. Like, characters feel a lot thicker, maybe. Something about how they are shaped in whatever way possible. Same thing with their whole certain areas, how I guess the booba is drawn at the very same time how the coup is drawn as well. And obviously that one infamous scene of Dropout where the man went in so dang hard he ended up snatching out the girl's whole insides of the vagina. So that was also a crazy thing. But still, did that deter me from liking the damn episode? Not really. Not nearly as much as I would have thought it would, but it was somehow working. It was somehow working in their favor to keep me to wanting to watch, honestly. Ultimately, again, it's just really damn good. And again, the designs, they just know how to make characters look thick while also at the same time not wasting any moment of that thickness whatsoever. Really, when it comes to both of them, it's kind of like eating a nice ham at Thanksgiving, and you're literally surprised about how the ham turned out, and it's just an endless supply of it, and it's going to run your blood pressure up, but you don't care because that's some good ass ham, and then you're close to death, and then you're still like, it was fantastic. You didn't even care. Because that's essentially what we're having here, a fine ass meal here. So ultimately, when it comes down to both Tatsumi and Fan Notori, it doesn't matter. Both of them can cook when it comes down to what they do. It's just an endless supply of ham. Easily biggest reason why we all know, why we all understand the divineness of the work that is Front Innocent. It is easily the best animated Gensai of all time. Full stop, I don't care. It is easily some of the peakest things I have ever seen, and it's easily one of those things where it's like, oh, it must do some legendary stuff. No, not really. The plot is not really all that legendary, at least from what we have an actual reality of, right? When it comes down to the scenes itself, is it the ultra craziest thing that you've ever seen? No, but it's animated so damn well to a point where it's like, I can't care if it's the most vanilla thing on the planet. It is so damn good, it is so damn peak, that I can't sit here and believe that this shit was made in 2005. Like, holy heck, what do you mean? Right? There is just endless beauty to look at when it comes down to it, right? And I was so obsessed with trying to learn more about this whole damn story and just everything about this work entirely that I even went out my way to go find some of the old pages that they have in like these visual books and whatever, translate some of the pages just to see if there was any other details that I was missing. For example, the booba, how does it look so good when it comes down to how it's designed and looked, honestly? Basically, the whole point of how the shininess of the booba actually looks is because of a junior student, I guess, that was working under him at the time, and essentially they came up with the idea first, and so he just used it ever since. Like, you probably didn't know that. I didn't know that till yesterday, and that's just how it was. Again, there's just so much legendary stuff regarding the man when it comes down to their work. It's just simply compared to other stuff, it feels unfair. And it's just, again, when you look at the world of what they have made, it just makes you sad and equally just like, oh my gosh, how the hell do we not get another episode of this? Because that's what it feels like to me. Now, granted, in also the visual books, it does show you what was going to happen in the second episode, which is apparently, you know, homeboy Mark, I guess not real homeboy, he was terrible, but when it comes down to it, Mark comes through and he was gonna basically take the main girl into this weird party, extend this invitational party to them, and essentially it was gonna turn into a straight up clap fest, and essentially they were gonna gang her when it comes down to it. That's essentially what the name, that's the point of the damn name of the show, Front Innocent. They're taking the innocence of Faye when it comes down to it, and yeah, they're gonna do all sorts of things, but also at the same time, that's not gonna be the whole damn story, because obviously, you know, there was gonna be a point where her man's or her brother or whatever was gonna come in and save her because they actually fall in love with each other, and oh boy, it's some more Alex shit, but at least this time it was some old generation Alex stuff, so I guess it gets a pass because it was back then. But when it comes down to it though, that's not the only thing that was easily going to happen either, because if you remember the credits in the first episode, Sophia was going to get clapped up, I guess, too, which made me equally mad and equally excited when I first saw it at the same time, because I'm like, don't touch Sophia. She's the bad one. She's the baddest one. She fine. I don't care if she gets basically no screen time whatsoever in the next episode. At the end of the day, don't touch her. I like Sophia. She's the best one. But when it comes down to it though, we'll never really get to see it because the episode 2 just does not exist. Solely because of a lot of different reasons, like the studio going bankrupt, and at least that's from what I've heard. And then obviously, you know, it took a lot of money to even make something as detailed as this was, so there was also that. And yes, I am fully aware that there is obviously other stuff that Satoshi has done when it comes down to just other works entirely, when it comes down to anime or Gensai as a whole, but at the same time, you just can't outbeat the man in his cookery of how he brings home a 5-star meal each and every time he's involved with some character designs. You just can't beat the damn man. He's too damn good. And that art style too is always a reason why I will go back and appreciate the old retro look of anime, because there is really nothing like it, where it had all that edge and all that style and the shine and the cool effects when it come down to it, right? There's just so much cool shit of the retro, how it looked back then, and it's no surprise that certain people want to capture some of that old stuff again. It's no surprise that when, Neon Genesis put that 15-minute film out on YouTube or whatever, literally it's no surprise they captured the old style, because the old style looks great. It's no surprise that you got someone like, Otaku Versus doing what they do with Oda-chan, because the old style of anime looks amazing. It's no reason why of a surprise for me personally why I would go back and watch Tenchi Muyo every now and again, because that old style looking anime is great. I'm sorry, it just has the drift. It was good. Sometimes it just straight up beats out a lot of the new shit that we have now. Yes, animation has gotten a lot crazier. It has gotten even a lot better in some regards. But at the same time, that old style is just something that is just a classic that cannot necessarily be 100% outclassed in any shape and form. There's just no way. And so when I see someone like Sophia, when I understand how fine and sexy she is, when you see someone like Faye, and really just the entirety of their collection of work, it's not necessarily just, oh, how good the fat material is. It is basically a time capsule of an art style that is from an era that we don't ever really get to see too much of nowadays when it comes down to it. And it's a bit of a damn shame, and it just looks so damn good. I will never shut up about Front Innocent solely because of just how good it looks, and it feels like it transcends a Gensai into regular means. I also know in one of the notes he had in the visual book, after I translated it, apparently also he wanted to actually have like all the private parts censored and whatever. For whatever reason he wanted to have it that way. I'm honestly glad this is the one time I'm like, yeah, you know what? Against the artist's wishes, I'm glad this didn't happen, because I would have been so mad that all this beautiful art would have been fine and only for the main course to be actually censored, right? Which I guess in the visual book he got his wish, but at the same time, really glad the final product came out and then it wasn't censored, because again, really just want to see how anime is full stop without any sort of weird censorship involved into it, because I'm like, I just want to know what exists beyond the pixelated bar, right? That's just how it is. So yeah, again, that's pretty much me for when it comes down to this video. Again, just really wanted to find a reason to yap about Front Innocent again, and really the work that they put in, because again, it's just too damn good. I'm sorry if it just is what it is. So hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification on your way out. Also follow my socials, and if you like to donate to the channel, Kofi and Cash App is available as well. And until then, it's been your boy Jay, signing off. Have a blessed day.